I shouldn't really be eating these, but I just need sugar.
I thought he has a bag of what's-its there, Ian. Cheetos.
No, drumstick squishies or squashies or whatever they're called.
Is that medically advised?
No.
But basically everything that has been medically advised, I have completely ignored, I'll be honest.
Ian said he's only going to take 18 paracetamols a day and 17 chewable drumsticks. That's his...
I was meant to be drinking water and a small amount of coffee. No soda-y drinks, but
Ian on his full-fat Coca-Cola.
I was going to say large amounts of coffee, small amount of water. I thought he was going to...
I've had a lot of coffee. I've had a lot of Coca-Cola. I shouldn't really be eating chocolate, but I've had a lot of chocolate because it's comfort food.
Only live once, Ian, remember that.
But I have had a lot of soup, and what did I have yesterday that was really nice? Oh, yeah, I shouldn't really have anything spicy, but I had some buffalo chicken wings the other day as well.
So Ian's looked at the doctor's recommendations and thought, I'm putting that in the bin.
Yeah.
Literally everything on there.
I'm Gen X. I don't take instruction well.
Evidently.
On this week's show, Mark brushes up on his Japanese. Milo has been looking at maps for boulangeries, and I've got to figure out whether I'm going to be a true NJ Guido. Yes, tonight we talk about everything GoFest on Incense. This is episode 209. I'm Ian Waterfall, or what's left of him, alongside Masterful 27 and PoGoMiloUK. Boys, I'm out of breath already. How are we doing?
Are you like 98% of what's left of Vasa now?
Well, I'm still 100% because I didn't lose anything, but I'm
no material was lost.
No.
Just been squished back in. Okay, so is this like a challenge or something you're proposing to me for GoFest? Do I have to visit a certain number of these stores?
Well, we have talked about the Baguette League with Paris.
Yes, and boulangeries are the home of the baguettes, so yeah.
Exactly.
Am I dressing up for the baguette fight? Is that what I'm doing?
You just got to know what you need to ask for, Milo, when you go into them. You need to find them first, and then you need to know what you need to do when you get there.
You're in charge of baguettes.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Milo, UK. Je voudrais une baguette pour un battle, s'il vous plaît.
No, je suis une baguette.
Oh, je suis une baguette. Je suis une baguette.
I am a baguette.
Milo ate un baguette.
Milo's looking very confused.
No, I think I broke the soundboard, but no, it's working again.
Is that a French turtle?
It's a turtle with a moustache and a striped jumper. Beret.
City of Love.
City of loving turtles.
So anyway, the listeners will have had a seamless last couple of weeks, but we haven't chatted with each other for the last 2 weeks.
Indeed.
Last time we saw each other was literally a fortnight ago.
How smooth is this operation? You guys were none the wiser.
No, but you would have only known if you remember our gold Patreon. So join today and you'll get a behind the scenes and know exactly what's going on.
Behind the scenes look at the lack of content that was made last week.
No, bad Milo.
Actually did 2 bonus recordings, which I don't think either me or Milo have uploaded.
No, not uploaded.
Great
Oh, no.
Patreon at some point.
They just sat in Riverside, but okay.
Yeah, we'll get those up by the time this
Bonus
episode
content.
goes live.
Where is it? The tiers that get those Patreon bonuses are
Gold
and silver.
And silver.
Yeah, we need to find a
Would that
silver
happen?
soundbite.
Gold and silver.
We'll find one, but
Yeah.
hopefully you're on the road to recovery, Vassar. It may be a long one, but seeming okay.
We was talking about this before the recording. I put this surgery off twice, and I couldn't get away with it a third time. But the recovery time takes me right up to the week before Jersey Go Fest, so I should be 100% by the time I jump on a plane out to the States. Hopefully.
Welcome, trainers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be saying that this time.
Oh,
I hope they get you on board.
you have to say it with less vigour, wouldn't you? Just to make sure you stay intact. You just go, you like me, go, welcome,
Slightly out of
trainers.
breath. Welcome, trainers.
Welcome. But
Get
anyway,
here.
welcome to the 219th episode of Incense. I can't believe we're saying this, 219 episodes deep. Tonight we're going to be talking a lot of news. It's very, very heavy news stuff and a lot of GoFest info because last week a ton of GoFest info was dropped. We're going to be covering that in its entirety later on in the show. And speaking of GoFest, next week you'll be able to win a ticket for GoFest Global. But boys,
Yay.
it's that time. It's time to
Slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
And when you slap on that incense, if you get anything good while listening to the show, don't forget to post it on social.
Don't let us know.
To let us know, you do need to do something, which is use a hashtag, which is Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling, please.
And that hashtag is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. And the socials that you can use, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, or X, or you can go with Campfire. If you're a Patreon, you can use our Discord. You can send us a WhatsApp message. Voice, please. A voice message on WhatsApp would be nice. To +44 759 269 5696. Or you can email us at contact@incensepodcast.com. I think that's covered them all, hasn't it, boys?
I think you've done it, Ian.
Yes.
I think you've done the full house.
While I take a deep breath to move on, let's have a quick talk about Spring into Spring, which has just finished here in the UK. And of course, there was the Sparring Partners Raid Day over the weekend just gone. So, boys, talk to me about the last couple of events that we've played. Milo's got a big smile on his face. So,
No, that's laughing.
Come on, Milo.
I don't know. There wasn't a crazy amount of bits and pieces with these two events, really. I mean, we sort of touched on Spring into Spring loosely because last week's show we recorded before the event had begun.
Mhm.
So it was new Pokemon, Gossifleur. Lovely. That was very abundant. I thought for once, may have just been me with the luck, but the eggs were actually okay, amazingly.
I didn't hatch many eggs, which really screwed me over with the collection challenge.
That was the negative thing. Another egg-focused collection challenge, which might have been a struggle if you were going solo orange incubator.
Or incapacitated.
Or just been under the knife like Vasa, now who's craving drumsticks.
To people in America that don't know what drumsticks are, they're a candy, they're a sweet, they're like raspberry and vanilla. They're really nice.
They are delicious. Ian will be bringing them to New Jersey.
I'll bring some to Jersey.
You get one every time you get a sticker from Ian. You want a sticker and some candy?
Always goes down the weird route there.
Someone has to.
Yes.
The eggs were really, really good. The one thing I needed from the event was the shiny Manti. Could never manage to get it, and I think it was my 5th 2-kilometer egg, and I was like, fantastic, ticked. Otherwise, Spring into Spring, it felt like 3 mini mediocre events rolled into one and kind of just sailed on by, really. That was about it. Did you need anything from eggs? Actually, though, did you go for the eggs, Marky? Because obviously Milan, you were light on the eggs, which paid off.
Yeah, to be honest with you, didn't really play much of this event, Spring into Spring. It wasn't an event that, like I said before, for people that have played the game for a while and have got everything out of it, bar the new Pokemon.
Yeah,
there isn't really anything to chase. So I've got a shiny Manti. I had that prior to the event, so there was no chasing the eggs. And do you know what? Like I said before, eggs are a con. And if you just want to get a really good mossy, Gossifleur, whatever it's flipping called,
mossy
lure, then knock yourself out. There's plenty of them in the wild. If you got lucky, fair play to you. But no, I didn't need anything from the event. I got a bit thrown off because they said the spawns changed every day, didn't they, in it? Which was a little bit weird.
Like every 2 days, yeah. With new collection challenges.
But yeah, anything that has an egg-locked collection challenge, shame on you. That's horrific. But a shout out to Dwayne, Dale Hazard, who did it all with his infinite incubator. I salute you, sir. Great effort.
Good on him.
You won.
Damn.
Don't let them beat you, and you didn't. So well done on that. Like hatching eggs, and just do it. You know, they're abundant. There's no limit on them. That's probably the only positive thing I'd say from it. Yeah, for me, didn't need anything from the event. Got a shiny Lapras in the first couple of days, which is nice.
Nice. That was the you may encounter.
Yeah, you may encounter.
Spawn.
But yeah, not a great event. But I think we said that when we saw it on paper. You know, nice to get a new Pokemon, but that's all it was for me. So yeah, very little eggs, and I was proud of it. No point hatching them. No need.
No, I agree. I think I hatched maybe 4 eggs for the whole event, which, considering I really wasn't moving, was pretty decent, actually. Just pottering around the house like an 80-year-old invalid. Not that all 80-year-olds are invalids, but you get where I'm coming from.
That's good clarification.
The event itself, it was nice to see Gossifleur released. I went into it needing the shiny Hemorrhoid and didn't get it. I needed another shiny Litleo.
Oh, yes, you didn't get
Hemorrhoid. Yep. So I'm hoping that GoFest will give me a little bit of Hemorrhoid redemption. We'll find out later if it's a spawn at any of the events that we're talking about.
New Jersey or Paris? Let's find out.
Exactly.
Hemorrhoid love.
Well, I don't want anything else pushing back in, so let's leave Hemorrhoids alone.
Ooh la la.
The eggs didn't do them. The event overall was not great. It was nice to see the shiny release, which wasn't part of the event, but of Blacephalon and Stakataka into raids, which I think we were all going ham for. Still haven't got the Blacephalon. I did, thanks to Tom spamming raids to me over the weekend, and I did get the shiny Stakataka, which was good, considering that was the one I was struggling to get invites for. So shiny Stakataka obtained, still need the Blacephalon. And in terms of sparring partners, I was incapacitated. I couldn't go out and do it. I just remoted a few Scraggies because there was nothing I really wanted, having done Mega Heracross Raid Day all those months ago. And I did get one shiny Scraggy, which was actually new month for me. So I do obviously need another one, but I did get a shiny Scraggy from sparring partners.
That ticks it off from the Unova that missed.
Did you boys play that? Because Milo, I'm guessing you did. I think I saw that you did. Mark, I don't think I saw much from you on Sparring.
No, did you go for it?
No, it was a repeat of Heracross Raid Day. Done that. Mega Heracross Raid Day done.
Yeah.
You know, again, I say this with love, and please don't think I'm being critical of anyone. Like, it's Heracross. Let's get into the real world. Let's just get into the real world with this game. It's Heracross.
Unless you chase the two genders of the Heracross for the shiny.
It's just not exciting. Again, it will be exciting for some people, and fair play to you. We've got Mega Energy from its previous raid. Mega Heracross isn't new. The shiny Heracross isn't new. And it's been a part of GoFest. GoFest London, Heracross was there, for memory.
Yep.
So, you know, I know not everyone did it, but from my perspective, I would love to have gone out and raided Yakma or whatever, flipping Hariyama. Oh, brilliant. I can't think of anything better. I needed Scraggy from it. I've got one, but I'm not going to raid Scraggy for a shiny unless, like you say, you've got the in-person tickets.
I did, and luckily I'd got a little bit of money in the game, and I was just doing remote raids, and that didn't need the Heracross. Didn't need the Hariyama, so I was just reading the Scraggy.
But you get the passes for it, so it's not costing you anything.
I didn't get the pass for it because it was remote. I wasn't able to go out.
Of course, you didn't get your oranges,
No.
So, but what about you, Milo?
I took a similar viewpoint, I think, to Absol, where I did my freeze, so I got the ticket, did those passes, but it was less than the previous one, I believe. So I think it was 14 raids in total, and I decided to do 2 green passes because they were nearby where I was going to go home. So 16 raids, 14 for Heracross. I decided to do 1 Hariyama and 1 Scraggy just for the sake of it. And 1 shiny Heracross was acquired on the first green pass. So if I'd just done my orange pass, I'd have got nothing.
Oh, wow.
Mark is absolutely 100% right. And it was weird to look back. April the 13th was Heracross Mega Raid Day in 2024, and then it had a repeat this time around exactly the same day. So a year to the day exactly.
And without giving anything away, there does seem to be a few repeat events coming up.
Yeah. Well, it's that thing of like not just repeat megas, but then megas who've been in the game for the longest time but didn't get a raid day, like Absol. I found it very odd. I mean, nobody was out for this raid day. As you said, Tom was sending you Stakataka raids, because people went over to East London to go and do the Stakataka raids before the raid day, and then they went home and didn't actually do the raid day. A handful of people were chasing Scraggy because they missed it out on Unova Tour, and I think it was in the World's 23 Championship event.
Yeah, I'd never got it, and I'd taken part in every event it had been in.
Francesco thought he didn't have it, but then he checked his storage after doing about 4 Scraggy.
That's the same old Francesco story, isn't it?
No, he actually had the shinies already.
But that was the same with the Unknown, wasn't it? When he goes, I need the Unknown.
I didn't have it. I had actually checked my storage, and I knew I had 4 or 5 Scraggy from a couple of different sorts of events. I was like, I'm not interested in chasing that. It's got the best shiny boost it's ever had, a 1 in 10 for these raid days, but then you could do 50 Scraggy raids and get nothing.
Well, I did.
Why would you do that?
11.
Jeez. Oh my God.
I had nothing else to do. I was just sitting there.
And it wasn't boosted though, was it, Ian? So was it boosted?
Yeah, Scraggy was boosted. Yeah,
they were boosted, just like Hariyama. But again, Hariyama is a pretty useless Pokemon, really. I'm not interested in getting a shiny of it because you can just evolve a Makuhita.
Really?
No way.
Hold on. Educational
There's
podcast.
Evolving in the game.
We need to have a section on this. Evolving in Pokemon Go. Next you tell me you need a mechanic to be able to have enough of it to evolve.
Well, like candies?
What?
Actually, just aside from candies was the Mega Energy thing. I came into the Mega Heracross race and was like, I'm literally just going to raid and see if I can get a shiny, see what happens. And first Mega Raid, it was like, you accumulated 79 energy. You cannot accrue any more of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I maxed out on Heracross before.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to get any more. So I actually Mega Evolved a couple of Heracross just so I could get some energy from the raids.
And of course, it's not Mega, but this weekend we've got Gigantamax Snorlax, which I'm guessing will all have been out for.
At least a couple of them, I'm sure.
I am open to travelling somewhere to play this if the numbers are there. Yeah, because I'll be back for my flight on Friday night, and it's Saturday, isn't it? So
it is Saturday 2 to 5.
Yeah,
or it was Saturday
yesterday,
2 to 5.
Yeah.
Yes, for anybody listening to this episode. But unlike Ian, I didn't remote Scraggy. What I did was I remote raided for the Ultra Beast, Stack Attacker, and Bullacephalon. And I was
that as well.
I went either side of the window because the window opened up at I think 4 or 5 p.m. on the Saturday afternoon for the UK. So you could do 20 remotes then you could do 20 remotes on Sunday, and then the window went from midnight to 4 a.m. on Monday morning. So over the course of that section of time, I think I ended up doing 51 remote raids for the Ultra Beasts.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
And got quite a few shinies, which was really the best part of the raid day. Something that's completely not featured for it.
Of course he did.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course you
What
did.
did you guys think of having a Mega and then a 3-star and then a 1-star boss?
I think the idea was quite good, but they were all mons that I don't think there was a massive amount of interest in.
Oh, I've just said I just think it's awful. It's an awful event. It's just a really rubbish event. How could they've made it better? Got rid of all 3 of those Pokemon and put 3 Pokemon in, like, even if they put like Mega Camerupt in it, something new.
That will come, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be 2029 maybe. Yeah, roadmap. Yeah. Mega Dex will be finished in 2030.
Well, bear in mind, we've got 27 new Megas coming when ZA drops, so
yes,
we'll get through the remaining couple of Megas and then we'll start all over
We'll have
again.
a new wave of things.
I feel like I'm reincarnated from a previous host of this show right now with this event. I feel like I've just had it put into me and I'm being the one who's been very critical of it. I don't think they should have put a 1-star. In fact, Sue's just... Sue, am I reading what you're saying or are you reading my mind? I don't know. That was almost at the same time.
2 peas in a pod.
I don't think they need to put a 1-star and a 3-star in it. And I think, maybe just call a spade and call it a Mega Heracross Raid Day.
Yeah, I think they did it because if they'd called it Mega Heracross Raid Day, with us having one, like Milo said, within the last year,
you're right, Ian.
It would have been a case of like, again.
Put it in the wild, though. Put Scraggy in the wild. Don't raid for it.
Well,
just put loads of Scraggies in the wild.
While we're walking around, me and Francesco are having a little chat, and Francesco said, why didn't they just not put 3 fighting Megas? Because you have Lucario, Heracross, and Lopunny, and there would be people who needed energy of them and get a shiny boost on that. So 3 raid bosses, they're done. If you want to do a tripler, 3 different Megas of the same typing. And I thought it'd be quite cool if you could put Scraggy in field research tasks for this. So you had a combination of a research day and a raid day. So you do the raids or you use super effective charge attacks, and then you get Scraggy encounters from your quests, and that would have been quite a nice tie-in.
Yeah, I like that. You could have like 3 Megas, loads of Scraggies running around in the wild, boosted. Yeah. Mega Heracross, Mega Hariyama. I'm joking.
One day.
Mega Lopunny. That's a fighting one, isn't it? Mega Lopunny.
It is, and Lucario.
And Lucario, Mega Lucario, Mega Lopunny, and Mega Heracross.
Yeah.
Scraggy in the wild, and then ditch Hariyama. Now I've learned you can evolve, so you just have loads of Macahitas dancing around with Scraggies in the wild.
Yeah.
And I guess when you catch him, you get candy, Milo. Is that how it works?
I think so. If we check Ian's show notes, do we have a spotlight hour for Macahita? Oh, no, not this week, sadly. But it will come back.
Yeah. Longevity.
It will come back.
Longevity. But no, I think there was a way of keeping Scraggy in that, because I agree, Scraggy's a good chase. So I still need a shiny Scraggy, and I think if you've got those boosted in the wild, actually, if you can't get near a gym, it'd be cool, wouldn't it? You can take part in it.
Yeah.
But Ian, you won because you got it, so you're laughing.
Well, I didn't win. It cost me nearly 20 quid, but
20 quid for a Scraggy.
I was just going to say that. 20 quid for a cutie fly.
Let's just think. It was about
cheaper
20
than a
quid when you
cutie
think
fly.
of remote raid passes. Yeah.
It's probably 20 quid for a shiny Blacephalon for me, to be fair.
So, anyway, boys, heavy show, a lot of news to cover. Let's go into part 1 of this week's.
Is the news.
And because of all the timings and issues like that, we're going to go very, very top line with the next couple of bits. So, first up is an event that you will already be playing and have been playing for many, many days. It's the debut of a new Pokemon in the Pokemon Horizons The Series Celebration event. And it will have been running, of course, from April 16th, and it continues right through, which I think is quality. It's a long event, almost a week. April the 22nd at 8 p.m. your local time is when it concludes. And obviously, it celebrates a crossover from the Pokemon Horizons Series 2. Really, let's just dive into the juicy bits and pieces.
Search for lacquer.
Yes. You do have a new Pokemon coming in, which is from Generation 9. Paldia, it's Tinkertink, and its evolutions Tinkertuff and Tinkerton. So there's also a new costume Pokemon. I love this. Forgato, which is the Sprigatito middle stage, wearing a hat with Linko's pin. Good news, Marky, look, you can use candy. 25 of it to evolve Tinkertink into Tinkertuff. And then 100.
Candy is that stuff that you get when you catch a Pokemon.
Yeah, Tinkerton.
This now makes sense. I've been embarrassed for the last 118 episodes to have mentioned this candy thing. So thank you guys for stopping me having to ask the question. So
there you go.
obviously...
And there's going to be, Mark, good news is another way to get candy is through these event eggs, which will be 7-kilometer event eggs with a pool of 4. It's very reminiscent of Milan. You'll have Elekid, Hatenna, that still can't be shiny, Charcadet, that thankfully can be, and then Tinkertink. And after the event, Tinkertink will be coming from the 10-kilometer eggs.
Although it says may hatch.
Yeah. May hatch.
Maybe.
It's going to be carping most of the time. But at least it's a bit like Charcadet for last year's Horizons event.
Don't you love the hammer that it's holding? It's huge.
It's huge. Might be a little bit of that later.
So with events, we have bonuses. And yes, this event bonus list has the following details on it. So Team Go Rocket Balloons will annoy you more oftenly. So that's something.
Yay.
Keep an eye on the sky. You'll get half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators through the event, which is actually quite cool. I'll be clear out some of those old 2K eggs from the previous events, so that'll be nice. And an increased chance to encounter shiny Pikachu wearing Cap's hat and shiny Florigato wearing a hat with Lico's pin. That's quite cool. So
nice.
Florigato, we've said, it's the middle stage for Spriggy, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Well, I only got one on Sprigatito Day, so maybe I'll get a second one from this event.
You'll slowly complete your evolution line.
Something that will surprise all of us are the encounters. Yes, there will be surprise encounters, and if you're lucky, you might have encounters with characters. So characters, maybe those little people appearing at Pokestops might reappear again, and Pokemon seen in Pokemon Horizons. The series when you take a snapshot during the event, okay, ignore that. It'll be when you take a snapshot. That reminds me of Dortmund. You get Jesse and James appear.
Oh, yes.
The photobombs of Meowth. Oh, take me back to those days. So yeah, that's quite cool. So snapshots. So I'd imagine you probably get 5 of them, or maybe more.
I was going to ask, how many?
Yeah, we don't know. It doesn't say.
But I mean, on the face of it, I think this is a banging event, really.
It does look okay.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? I think, from the bits... And the event's playing at the moment, so people are well and truly into it. And
it's halfway through.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up in next week's show, see how we did out of it. But it looks all right. I'm excited, to be fair, because I need shiny Spriggies, and that will be one of the wilding characters for the event, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Florigato wearing Lyco or Lico's pin. That's nice. I like costume ones. I think that's quite cute. I like that. And obviously a Pikachu chase, so which is boosted
100%.
shiny. So
yeah. I think that's real cool.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
So from an event which we're halfway through as you're listening to the show, we've got another event that's going to be coming up afterwards. Yes. Sweet surprises, boys.
I just had some sweet surprises.
Wild encounters, drumsticks.
Drumsticks. But yeah, sweet surprises, lovely graphic with it. We'll talk about more of it once we go into the detail of the event. But yeah, from Thursday, April the 24th at 10 a.m, running through to Tuesday the 29th at 8 p.m. local time, we have got the sweet discoveries event. So are the event bonuses sweet with this one? Well, let's have a look. So we get 2 times candy for candy. There it is again for catching Pokemon.
That's 2 times though, Mark. 2 times, not just one.
Now
time.
I'm actually excited for this because there is an increased chance to encounter not just shiny Delibird, and I can hear Adam screaming from the rooftops somewhere, but shiny Squavert, which I still haven't got. An increased chance. Bring it on. And there will also be increased chance, I should say, to hatch shiny Delibird, shiny Cherubi. I need Cherubi.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and shiny Squavert. Catching Delibird or Squavert will award berries. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Oh.
And there will be an increased chance for apples to appear at Mossy Lure modules. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Mm-hmm. And there's also a half egg hatch distance for the first 3 eggs if you get that widget, that Pokemon GO egg hatching widget on your phones. Let's talk about what do these apples mean? I'm a little bit confused.
What on earth is this? Well, no, you're not popping to the greengrocers. What will be happening is the Pokemon but of Applin and its evolutions of Flapple and Appleton.
Flapple, I love it.
It gets a bit interesting and confusing. So you can use 200 Applin candy and 20 tart apples to evolve Applin into Flapple, or 200 Applin candy and 20 sweet apples to evolve it into Appleton.
Ooh.
So there's two different evolutions, and it's very similar if you played the April Fool's event where there were Pokeballs just littering the map. Now there's going to be apples littering the map. So that was probably just a trial and a test and a preview of this feature and function, which I think is quite interesting to see. So as you're walking around, if you're lucky, you can tap on these apples that are appearing on the map. They may award you with sweet apples, tart apples, or encounters with Applin.
Which is rare, I believe, isn't it? That's
I
going
assume it will be rare, but it will be appearing more frequently at Mossy Lure modules. So it's like a new evolution item that you have to get multiple of to then evolve this apple.
Now, I like
Can't
this.
wait.
I love a new mechanic in the game. I think one of the things that, again, this isn't my gameplay, and sorry to jump in there, Milo, but this isn't my gameplay, but I think one of the things I read online about the April Fool's event was that auto catchers don't claim the balls. It'd be interesting if auto catchers catch the apples in this event.
True,
So that might
yes.
be something to keep an eye out on. But
Yeah, because it sits in that weird thing of it being not a Pokemon, but it's not a Pokestop to spin and collect the item.
Yeah.
oh, exciting. Harvesting apples in April. Very nice.
Yes. Sorry, and I realised I took apples from you.
So we're going to have, I feel like Ian should introduce this now, and we are going to have some wild encounters on this event. And I'll start at the top. So the following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. That is Alolan Rattata.
The Pokemon that provides excellent support around the chest, Abra.
Bellsprout,
You've got Delibird.
Gulpin,
the god Pokemon Bidoof,
You've got Munna.
the ex-Comdaemon, Bounsweet.
and I think we all love a Squovet.
Who doesn't love a red squirrel?
No, we
Exactly.
don't. But some trainers might even count the following. If you're tired at the airport, Snorlax.
You will also have Shuckle.
If you're feeling a little bit Aussie, a Kamala.
And Applin. And it does say, most of those Pokemon, with the exception of none of them actually, are all shiny. That's happy days. But Applin has the little triangle next to its name, or the up arrow, I should say. And if you're lucky, you may encounter one when tapping on apples. So it feels like that's the only way you're going to get Applin, isn't it? By tapping on an apple.
Yeah,
feels
it
like
seems
that, doesn't
like
it?
it. Yeah.
Yay. But we have eggs, yes. And these ones are 7 kilometre.
7K again.
Good breakfast.
These are restricted, and you're going to want to take advantage of your free half-egg hatch distances on some of these. Or are you not? Let's have a look. So we've got Delibird again, loves to appear in this event.
Boosted.
We've got Cherubi, which again, that's a chase. I think that'd be
Boosted.
quite a good one. Munchlax and Squavert. All of them shiny eligible.
Glorious. And this next section is nowhere near as extensive in words as the previous one. It's field research tasks. Basically, they will exist. They will give you encounters with event-themed Pokemon or Stardust. So just take your pick. We'll find out later on the event day what they're going to be. But of course, there is going to be some free timed research, and this is going to reward you with a Mossy Lure module, definitely going to come in handy, 1 tart apple and 1 sweet apple, so a 20th of what you're required to get, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon.
And of course, being timed research, please note that it will expire Tuesday, April the 29th, 8 p.m. local time. If you do not complete it,
Tough titties,
Niantic or Scopely will take your kneecaps.
Milo. Oddly
Well,
specific.
he's not wrong. If you don't do it, you lose it. And the same will apply to the paid timed research. So, yes, for $1.99 US or the equivalent in your local currency, you'll be able to get a timed research, which will give you 2 Mossy Lures, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, including Delibird, Squovet, Applin, and more. And again, this is the same sort of thing. You need to complete it by 8 p.m. on the 29th.
Yeah, you remember that. Well, yeah, this has made me laugh, actually. There's new avatar items. And if anyone hasn't done so, please Google the Great British Bake Off. And it has so many similarities to it. You've got a very, very, I wouldn't say happy-looking avatar there, but
She looked indifferent. She looked very indifferent.
They look very content with their checked shirt and big apron on it with Applin and with the Applin headbands. So Applin headbands and Applin aprons for everyone. They are going to be available to purchase in the... I don't know, does the apron get bigger with your avatar? I don't know. I really haven't got...
It stretches.
It must
It's a stretch.
It must do. It must do.
That's epic.
Yeah, there's the showcases and web store stuff. So yeah, fantastic.
So what do we think, boys? Do we think this looks like a decent event? I mean, there's Pokemon debuts, new mechanics, and boosted mons that people want. I think it looks okay.
Yeah, I agree. On paper, tick for multiple ways to get boosted shiny Pokemon and shinies that people may not have. Delibird is always a chase.
I still don't quite get why Delibird would be out in the middle of the year.
Because it gives presents and things like that.
Yeah, it
so
gives
I guess
gifts,
it's
it's like a Christmas one.
That's what I mean. It's sort of the first time you'll get a Delibird out of season, as it were.
Or maybe it's sort of seasonal specific now. Maybe they're trying to make it neutral so it appears...
Summer, beach-themed Delibird coming soon. But hey, Cherubi and Squovet with shiny booster quality, yes.
Still need the Cherubi, to be fair.
So I think I need one more, because it's got that silly split evolution.
Yeah.
Cherim and whatever it is, Overcast and Sunny.
And I do need another Squovet because I traded one of my family to somebody that really needed it actually a few months ago. So I do need one more Squovet.
Oh.
Yeah, I need my first one. So that'll be a start of a shiny family, hopefully. I like the new mechanic. I think that for me is actually what excites me the most about this, actually. Is tapping on apples and seeing if we get lucky. I'd imagine one of them's going to be more rarer than the other form. So let's see how that plays out. Yeah, like as you both said, it's the opportunities to get the boosted shinies. It's not locked to one method. So I'm down with that. That's good.
Definitely. And it'd just be interesting to see if they implement a method like this with other parts of the game. Because obviously April Fool's was kind of like the Pokeball Pokemon. Voltorb and Fungus and the other evolutions. And then this, Apple, obviously Applin makes sense.
Anyway, Whitfield, I was the Game Lord last week, but I dubbed you Sir Game for this week. What are we going to play?
Exactly what you've... Actually, no, sorry, you've given me a choice of two.
Yeah, you got options, Milo.
Forget, I didn't see that. I read the last 3 words on Ian's show notes. So you are a game of this...
What? The Ducklett.
I feel like I need to find the actual jingle.
It's on there somewhere.
Where are you? Oh my god. There we go.
What's the Ducklett?
Yes, it's good to have this game back. Boys, are you
Said
super
nobody
hyped
ever.
and excited for this?
Well,
I've been very busy. I have made some new ones.
I came to the realization when I wrote these show notes, if I was still drug infused, I would probably be better at this game than actually now that I'm just in pain.
You've got time, quickly. Dose up. I don't know. Anybody who doesn't know what the Ducklett and what the game actually is it was originally to do with the Pokédex description of the Pokemon. So I'd read out the Pokédex description in Pokemon Go. The chaps would have quick fire to try and guess the Pokemon from that description. Recent iterations of this game, shall we say, mean that now I write a cryptic wordplay clue on the Pokemon or its name, and then they have to guess quick fire from that. Usually it's not so quick fire, let's just say this. So it will be a first to 2, considering we've got a lot of good chatter coming up.
I think Mark and I need to turn chat off because I know chat like playing this game.
Chat's
Chat
off.
like playing this game, so make sure you don't have chat on to guess this one. So it's quick fire, boys. Give a couple of options. Obviously, I will give a clue or 2 if it proves too challenging, shall we say. The last time we played this was actually with Zoe 2 Dots on, wasn't it?
It was a few weeks ago, yeah.
Yes. So are you ready for this one, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Milo.
Okay. This Pokemon always closes the deal.
Clauncher.
Incorrect, I'm afraid.
I don't know. I can't think of anything that would...
Okay, then. So, a clue. So, this Pokemon always closes the deal. The Pokemon's name rhymes with the word deal, and it's a Gen 3.
Spheal.
Spheal the deal
Oh,
is correct.
Spheal the deal.
Spheal the deal.
GG's, well played.
Spheal the deal, sir. There we go. We have a point to Marky.
The gen bit doesn't help me, but just to put it out there.
No, I thought the wordplay would make more sense for you guys.
Spheal the deal like that.
Okay, this might be a little bit irritating to think of. So, this Pokemon is if a fountain pen had exploded on you.
Inkay?
Correct.
Oh!
Yeah, you got it right.
Inkay!
Inkay. You were getting Inkay.
Inkay. There you go. Ian. That was
Well played.
That was painless,
There we go.
wasn't
That
it?
was very well played, yes. Very well played, Marky.
Quick and painless here, just the way we like it.
Which we're going to have to really think this through because
That's
it's
what they said to me last week, actually, when I went for my surgery.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, it'll be quick and painless.
it's Mark's show next week. So
It is.
you having to pass the Game Lord title on.
That's how it works, isn't it? That is how it works. Yeah.
Just think if he dubs you again, Milo.
Well, I've got several left over.
Oh, that does not.
Let's see what he does. But a very convincing victory from Marky on what is nothing but a legendary game.
That was really impressive, Mark.
Oh, I like that.
Right, I think the majority of the rest of the show we're going to be talking about this summer's Big Four events. Yes, we're talking Go Fest.
It's the news.
Yes, and this trainer here was frantically saying, "Where is the news on the website? It's got its own tab. It's that big.
Yeah, it's got its own
Summer is
microsite, yeah.
separate thing.
Got its own separate thing." But yes, we are nearly there now, and it's becoming a little bit more real now with the news all around Go Fest. What we are expecting to see in the live shows. And we had an idea. We knew where they were going to be originally and the times and the dates, but now we've got the details behind it. So let's break this up between us, boys, because I do have to learn Japanese, but fortunately we're an English-speaking podcast, so I've got to get out for this one. But Osaka, Japan, May the 29th to June the 1st, 2025. Does return to Osaka in the iconic Expo 70 commemorative park.
I think that's the same park it was in last time, isn't it?
It is, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Looks amazing. I mean, the image looks stunning on the website, but yeah, it is well known for its delectable street fairs and historic Osaka Castle. Not Takeshi's Castle, as someone messaged me the other day. Osaka Castle. It looks beautiful, but there we go. The first one is there.
Fantastic. We've covered quite a bit of this over the last couple of weeks, but Volcanion is the featured mythical over the course of this season's Go Fest, the elusive Steam Pokemon. Interesting title for it. So, ticket holding trainers for not only Osaka, but the other Go Fests will get an exclusive special research story to learn more about the Steam Pokemon and then have an opportunity to encounter it. So it's exactly the same as every other mythical we've had as part of a Go Fest, really. You get special research. It's not timed, so you won't lose it. However, you will only get one. So if you attend one of the live events, you will get it there as part of Global Go Fest. It will come for that, I believe. But otherwise, you'll just be getting additional candy, I think it is.
Yeah, that's right. If you'll get it at the first Go Fest you attend, and then any subsequent Go Fests, including Global, it will just be candy that you get.
I mean,
You won't.
Ian's going to get it before us, Marky.
Ian's going to get it, is he? Good lad, Ian.
Yeah, first, wouldn't it? That'd be the first.
Poor Ian. He needs to recover first before he gets all this
Before I
joy.
get it, yeah.
Well, we're going to have some shiny debuts. Guys, I'm going to let you into a little secret. Do you know what the secret is?
What's the
What?
secret?
I know nothing about GoFest until tonight as we're doing. I've not looked at any of this beforehand.
Oh.
So this is exciting. This is exciting. And it's just made me think that eggs are going to be better moving forward. Because, yes, we've got some shiny Pokemon debuts. And Trader's main counter, finally, shiny Carbink. And shiny bringing FRIGIBAX. We knew this was coming. It made sense it was coming. But yes, shiny FRIGIBAX will be coming in the 2025 in-person events. That's if they're lucky, though. But yeah, I love it says that. But if you
Finally, Carbink won't be as common.
Bro, it's been 2 years.
I know.
2 years
It's
of getting
been a
that
long slog.
out of 10-kilometer eggs.
Oh.
At least have the decency to get out of 10-kilometer eggs. But
And they are in the
it's a
biomes,
good
aren't they?
shiny.
Both of them. So that's good. They're very different biomes during the events. So Sunken Treasure for Carbink, Carnival Grounds for FRIGIBAX. So we're going to have biomes, and in these in-person events, these are usually in certain parts of the park, which is why these in-person events are quite fun and special, because you can hunt certain Pokemon depending on where you're located. But the first one is the habitat called Calming Tea House. These Pokemon will be spawning in this biome. You'll be getting Chansey, Snorlax, Marill, Corsola, Chameco, Munna, Furfrou in its natural form, Swirlix, Cutiefly, Molul, Kamala, and Jangmo-O, which can all be shiny. Hatena, which unfortunately will not be shiny, but, and I need this one still, some trainers might even encounter the following: the shiny Bloomdog itself, Drampa, which of course can be shiny.
And boys, do you want to hear a little bit of random trivia? A little bit of a fun fact about this year's GoFest habitats.
Fun.
Oh,
All three in-person GoFests have three of the same habitats, but the first one is different in each location. But all the other three habitats are the same names in all of the other all of the other locations.
fun
So-
fact.
So Calming Tea House is exclusive
Yes.
to Osaka.
Yeah.
Snazzy.
What?
Is Paris going to get the croissant shop?
The croissant shop? Maybe.
Moving on to the second habitat, and the one that is going to go over all the GoFests, apparently, the Carnival Grounds. You will be finding, we've just been bloody raiding for it. Heracross is in there. Then Teddiursa, people would have been raiding for this. Scraggy, Solosis, Vanillite, which is
Just had
next
a con
community day.
Yeah.
Both the female and the male Frillish, LGM, which is, and Dewpider, which are both throwbacks to London 2023.
Mm-hmm.
The Todger,
Yes.
the Todger
Yes.
is in there,
Yes.
fantastic. Citoddle
Yes.
is in there, which
Yes.
I really like. And this biome has Frigibax in it,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is great.
And we're getting
finally,
really excited. We're not even going to Osaka.
no,
No.
but this apparently, Ian, is at both Jersey and Paris, this biome.
Mm.
The final common spawn is Slugma,
Mm.
but some
You
trainers...
still need another one of those, don't you, Mark?
I do, Ian. I've caught my
Ah.
first one. I've got them, but I need to catch them.
So
Yeah.
you've
He
opened
needs
the
his grey
gates.
slug. And you may need this as well. It's right that I'm saying this. The Detonator is
Thought
featured.
you might like that one.
Yeah.
Grazie, Vassa.
So moving on to the third habitat in Osaka, which is the Noble Fields. And in this habitat, you can encounter Pokemon such as Galarian Farfetch'd, Whitfield's Chase, Dunsparce. Did you ever get one?
Outside of Barcelona, no.
Okay. Timber, Carablast, Shelmet. Again, all former Community Day Mons. Pawnyard, yes please.
Mhm.
Still need another one of those. Flabebe in its white
Yes.
flower form. Skidoo, Phalantis, Squovit, Wooloo, Phalanx, and Smoliv.
Oh, the olive.
And
Smoliv
then
the
the rarer encounter is Judigon.
Ooh. Judigan is not the chicken Pokemon. And the
Not really.
final biome is the Sunken Treasure. Now, just a little footnote there. You wait in GoFest 27, you'll be able to get the donkey that we've all been traipsing around Milano for. So
True,
you wait,
true.
you wait. So the Sunken Treasure biome will see us encounter the following Pokemon. Oh, what is this doing in here? Totodile. Oh, wow.
Hey.
Yay. Core fish. Seville memories of Seville. Seville.
Severely.
Finian. Basculin in its blue stripe form and Basculin in its red stripe form in Guy. Binacle, Ian's favourite water Pokemon. Squelp. Clauncher, I still need. Clauncher. Carbink, which I've mentioned is a new shiny for this event. Wimpod, Sandygast, which is going to be a chase now, unlike in Barcelona. And they can all be shiny. Disappointing that Wiglet's not shiny. I would have thought it might have been a nice surprise, or maybe it might be a surprise on the day. Who knows? And yes, some trainers might be lucky enough to find Rock Ruff, and it can be shiny. And it can be any of the forms, potentially. Dusk, midday, or midnight, unlike in the recent raids.
Well,
That's
like
actually, I was going to
recently.
say, that's actually quite funny considering what happened.
We should have actually asked the intern back for
Do
that.
you want
Too
to do
late.
it improv?
We can do, go on.
It's never dull.
Some say Niantic interns sleep upside down like a bat.
And that they have webbed buttocks. All we know is it's time to revisit.
Ask the intern.
So a little announcement went out in-game and on socials yesterday, and it says, trainer, to make up for an issue where
Trainer,
Rockruff...
singular.
Yeah, just trainer. That's what... I've got a screenshot of it. It just said trainer.
So only one person
One
rated
person
Rockruff.
was affected by this. It says, to make up for an issue where Rockruff encountered from raids during the Stunning Styles event could not evolve into Dusk form Lycanroc, impacted trainers will receive the following. Raid passes equal to the number of premium battle passes and remote passes used for Rockruff raids. We apologize for any inconvenience. The Pokemon Go team.
Wow.
Why can't they just flick that switch? Is it really that difficult?
Why is the switch flicked off? That's what I want to know.
Well, that is a good point, actually. That is a very good point. Surely it's in game now. Just leave it active.
Maybe it's like panicking when you go away. Oh, did I turn the hob off? No. have we turned off the Dusk form?
Did we turn off the Dusk form Rockruff?
Throwing it back to your Milan thing. You're only supposed to turn off the Dusk form.
Do you know what though?
Turn on the Dusk form.
The thing that made me laugh was I saw the post on it, and I like Mike Cowboy Hat Caterpie. He responded to it. Came off my highlighted responses, and he put, "Have you ever thought about doing something correct the first time, just to change it up a little?" And someone responded, AZ to a level 50. You have to give them props for consistency, though. ...
Can I drop a truth bomb though?
Go on, Ian.
When
Gold bomb.
When PoGo gets officially transferred to Scopely ownership, it's the same team that's going to be making the game.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's back to...
It is the news.
Back to it. For the Go Fests, the featured unknowns will spell out sword, shield. There's no and. There won't be those letters. So it will be unknown SORDHIEL question mark and exclamation mark can all be shiny. But for reasons that we cannot fathom, W...
And we had this confirmed. We did this. We double-checked this.
Yeah, this was confirmed when this all got announced ahead of time several weeks ago, and then they quickly took the page down for whatever reason, because nothing changed. Unknown W cannot be shiny. Which, why?
What?
Who?
So Milo actually queried this on our behalf, and the reply was, yes, it is purposely not shiny.
But why? Like,
what?
What's the point?
W is for what the F?
So they've obviously got something against W. I don't know why.
Can I let you guys into? I tell you what, like my first
it's Whitfield and Waterfall.
Yeah, my first ever unknown I got truly in the wild before events and everything was W. That was my first ever unknown.
But I really don't understand why one unknown out of all of them isn't shiny eligible, because typically what happens is all the unknown feature could be shiny, and then the new one that last year was question mark.
There's got to be a reason behind it, but it does make you wonder, because W isn't a letter that's released for a lot of events.
No, so I really don't know why.
Do we think it might be in the worldwide global one?
Well, it could be released for Worlds, actually, in Anaheim, maybe.
Maybe. But typically the world unknowns are featured that do the location.
Yeah.
That's true, actually.
Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll switch to shiny on in error, and someone will get a shiny W.
I hope so.
Maybe. But speaking of shinies, there's more shiny opportunities in the form of Spinders at the Go Fests this year. So, Spinder will be appearing in each habitat. So take a close look, because the patterns do vary based on the biomes that they're in. So Carnival Grounds will have the leftmost pattern in the top row of the Pokédex. I love it how they're very descriptive here, rather than give us pattern numbers.
Pattern.
Sunken Treasure will have the middle pattern in the top row of the Pokédex, and Noble Fields will have the leftmost pattern in the bottom row of the Pokédex, and a special Spinder form, which will only be available at GoFest Osaka, will be available in the Calming Tea House, which is the Spinder third pattern in the top row of the Pokédex. I hope that makes sense to you because
It's like getting bad directions.
very vague.
Take the second left on the 4th of the 99th road and then go right. What?
It's like countdown, isn't it? I'll have 2 from the top, 3 from the bottom, and 5 from wherever the hell you want to pick them up from.
What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Third pattern in the top row of the Pokédex.
So the boys went up the west coast of, up from San Fran last time to hunt down Hawlucha. Well, they bloody scared it because it's now going to fly over and appear in all the in-person GoFest events this year. So Hawlucha, only found in Mexico and areas near the Mexico-United States border, will be making their appearances. Won't be shiny, but a chance to get another regional addition to your decks if you haven't been able to make that journey yourselves. And Go Snapshots. If you take some snapshots whilst you explore the park, you might get a cooling surprise because Fan Rotom might appear. And you can get up to 3 event-themed Go Snapshot surprise encounters per ticketed event day. And that includes the citywide gameplay add-ons. Doesn't mention if it can be shiny, probably won't be. But that's cool.
That's nice. I think is it the final form of Rotom we need?
Yeah, Fan is the last form that we need.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, we've talked a little bit about the 5-star raids featured for these Go Fests. It is focusing Generation 8 Zacian and Zamazenta in their, I think it's Hero of Many Battles, or the full form, basically, the sword and shield, the focus, the theme of the whole Go Fest. They will be appearing in the raids. They can be shiny, and they are significantly different because I believe they become part steel type when they turn into these, or they are these forms. Sorry, they're different raid bosses. So
we haven't had these
will
before, have we? These are new.
No, these are new, and
These
they
are
have
new
different
forms,
stats.
yeah.
These will be significantly better than their normal counterparts that we've had in the past. So, honestly, cool new raid bosses to chase.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think it'll be cashing in.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
So moving on to the bonuses and features of this year's GoFest for ticket holders. These bonuses will be on game days between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. and you can expect the following bonuses. Event-themed Pokemon appear in the park habitats and Osaka and Suita City.
No, wow.
Increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon.
What? There's half-hatch egg distance for eggs placed in incubators during the event.
There will be special research leading to an encounter, as Whitfield mentioned earlier, with Volcanion.
You will get event-themed stickers available from Pokestops and gifts.
Nice. You'll have 2-hour lure module duration.
There will be habitat-themed collection challenges.
No.
There'll be 3 surprise encounters in Go Snapshot per day.
3.
Only 3. God, getting stingy. And talking stingy, 2 times catch candy.
And that is the basic bonuses. However, all tick holders will receive the following bonuses and rewards anywhere in Osaka City and Suita City on their ticketed day from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. local time. Up to 9 free raid passes per day by spinning photo discs at gyms.
One thing I won't be using, I know this always happens, up to 6 special trades per day.
Well, definitely not. We won't be in Osaka. Decrease Stardust costs for special trades.
Open up to 40 gifts per day.
And featured attacks available. For a minute, I thought it said decreased Stardust for making catches. I thought, oh, that's not a bonus. Yeah.
Decrease half Stardust catch bonus. Fantastic.
So moving on to the second GoFest of the year, and one that I will be jetting off to New York City for the 3rd year in a row. Yes, Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Jersey City. This one will be the 6th to the 8th of June at Liberty State Park, New Jersey. So the bonuses, as Milo and Mark mentioned earlier, are pretty much the same. So you'll get the special research for Volcanion, you'll get the shiny debuts, and you will also get the same legendary raids. However, the habitats for Jersey are going to be the Mechanical Marvels habitat, and in this one, you're going to get encounters with, oh my god, it doesn't start off good, does it? Meowth, Hoppip, Chimecho, okay, Boosted Dust.
Boosted Dust, so's Meowth.
Beldum, Ferroseed, Clink, yes please, I'll take one more of those. Galarian, Stunfisk, Golett, Heatmore and Durant, Jangmo-o and Phalanx, all can be shiny, and Tadbulb. And your rare encounter is going to be Bombardier.
That's actually a good one. Never been in the wild before.
Bombardier can be shiny, yep.
I think it's all
Otherwise-
right. So, Carnival Grounds, is it the same? Let's have a quick look. It looks the same. So it will be the
It
same
does look the same.
as Osaka. And so rewind the podcast back and listen to the list.
And if you were paying close attention about 5 minutes ago, the Noble Fields, surprise, surprise, is exactly the same as Osaka.
Yep, and well, everything's the same. Sunken Treasure.
The Sunken Treasure.
Copy, paste.
Love it. And W still can't be shiny either, so it's very
You
much
still can't be
copy.
shiny in Jersey.
So moving on to the final in-person GoFest event, the GoFest Paris, June 13th to 15th, where all of the Incense squad will be. Super hyped for this one.
Yes.
It's going to be exactly the same detail-wise as raids, unknowns, bonuses, all that jazz. As it turns out, the only thing that's going to be different is the first biome. When I get down there. That is called Ancient Temple, and in this you will be finding Rhyhorn Sableye boosted dust, Duskull, Chimecho boosted dust, Skorupi, Drilbur, Archon, Gothita.
Need another one of
Golett.
those. Yeah.
I need 2 of those.
I need all of them.
There we go. Good job we're all going to Paris then.
Yeah.
It is. yeah.
Golett, Rufflet, Phantom, Jamoo, and sadly, Graveyard cannot be shiny. However, some trainers might even encounter the following. The Sandile.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool. I like that.
I do.
It's Bon.
It's Bon. Hey, do you know what, like, guys? I know all of it's the same. I am still a firm believer that they will drop a surprise on each of these Go Fests. And I just don't
I hope so.
And I would love to think it's the one that's not shiny will be the one that they make shiny for it, and it'll be dropped on the day. They used to do that, didn't they?
They did. They used to surprise us. And these 3 IRLs, they are the closest to being same events that I think we've ever had for a Go Fest. The spawns are way too similar.
The first time that, I think the only other time was obviously London 23 and Osaka 23 had the same Go Fest, I believe, because they were the same weekend. This time around, they've gone as far as literally, they're the same shinies at every single event. There's
Except
one
for the first
biome that
biome,
changes.
yeah.
So that's it. One biome in particular switches. The raid bosses are the same. The unknowns are the same. And before we jump into global, it's a definite, it steps down every single year in the amount of new and different content in the live events, because 23, every GoFest IRL had 2 new shinies. Last year, every GoFest had 1 new shiny. This year, it's 2 new shinies over all 4 GoFests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that Graveyard's not been dropped as a shiny, because it just means that there's something different at every single event, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a bit sad that seeing that FRIGIBAX won't be kind of exclusive, as it were, to the global event, but then it's going to be in the global event anyway, so what's the point of having it exclusive? We get ones with Paris tags, which would be nice.
Yeah. I'm like you there, Ian. It's a bit like, Ian's going to get my jersey on.
I'm thinking I'm doing 3 Go Fests and it's pretty much the same. But is it the same? Let's have a quick look at what we can expect for global, shall we, boys?
Oh, yes, because global is the bit. There's always noise on social media, like, you know, oh, what about global? We can't go abroad and do all this. Well, actually, fair play. They've announced it all at the same time, neat and tidy with this main announcement. Because, yes, Pokemon Go Fest 25 Global, the event, which is just a lovely way to end off Go Fest season, because everybody can play it with whoever they want to play in any location, is going to be with us on June the 28th and June the 29th. And it'll be 2 separate days, as I've just said then, and gameplay will be between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. local time, wherever you may be. And I'm going to start off with the 1-star raids, because, as everybody knows, I love a 1-star.
They are literally
raid.
the best thing since sliced bread.
1-star raid. So here we go. Yeah, it's quite a simple one, actually. 1-star raids are going to have FRIGIBAX in them. There we go. Nice and simple. Done.
Nice.
1-star raids.
What's actually quite exciting is there is a triple question mark for the 3-star raids, and it can be shiny. Don't let us down, Pokemon Go team.
No, give us
seriously.
something new or good.
Hariyama, maybe?
Hariyama's return. Dear God. Now, it's interesting to see the split between Saturday and Sunday for the 5-star raids. Last year, it was all Ultra Beasts on the Saturday and then Fusion Necrozmas on the Sunday. This time around, it's much more stripped back and easy to digest. So Saturday is going to be focused on crowned shield Zamazenta that can be shiny. And then on the Sunday, its counterpart, crowned sword Zacian.
And they I mean, look at the images. I know they're not really high res, but they look awesome.
They look very, very cool. These are the ones that people were using in World Championship stuff, I think in 22 and 23 perhaps, but they can be shiny, which is awesome. And there's a little up arrow that says Crown Sword Zacian and Crown Shield Zamazenta will revert to their Hero of Many battle forms when you encounter them after defeating them in a raid. Stay tuned for more information on how trainers who join GoFest 2025, that was very weirdly written, will be able to transform their Zacian or Zamazenta into these forms for the first time in Pokemon Go. So they're going to be like Necrozma, so like they're treated as a fusion in a way. I think what I saw somewhere on the depths of social media is that you'll need Ironhead as the charge move on these Pokemon to then activate it and then change it into a different form. I think that's cool.
Maybe. But what do we think we're going to be getting in terms of spawns? Well, we can actually answer that question for you. There will be 4 rotating biomes. The first biome, the Moonless Volcano, I actually quite like that name, will be the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. biome. Of course, they will be rotating every hour. And in this biome, there'll be Houndour, normal, Duskull, Gothita, Galvanic, Fletchling.
We haven't just had that featured.
The Red Form Flabebe, or the Red Flower Flabebe, I should say, Skrelp, and Fuecoco. And some trainers might even encounter a Carbink.
So Carbink's rare.
It's a rare boy.
Boo.
Well, it should be. It's the global event. Remember that? We said global. Filters in bits from the main event. People travel
Just
to.
a little bit worse.
No. But it's not going to put it in the wild, are they? Put everyone on global. That's so soon afterwards. This is going to go back into egg pools, and people have to hatch it if they don't play global. We know how it works. Me and Ian thought this was a Cobra Kai reference, but the Galvanic Dojo.
That's
nice.
good. Yeah, good
That's
name.
a great name. Let's hope the spawns are great as well. So we've got Machop, Electabuzz, Teddy Ursa, £20 for a Scraggy, Chespin. Ooh, yellow flower.
Nice.
Baby.
So they're going global.
They are.
So these are going to be dancing around. Oh my God, I'm excited. Actually, that's really cool. Pancham, which makes sense, fighting type Pokemon. Obviously, we've got Machop in there as well, and Scraggy. Everyone's favourite chocolate button mouse, Dedenne.
Yes.
And Crab Rawler. Everyone loves a red crab. And this is one that's eluded us.
Yes.
Yes, because Mindfu is going to be appearing, and it can be shiny as the rare spawn in that one. I like that. That's actually really good.
It is nice to get the fighters in the dojo habitat. I kind of like the theming. Yeah.
It's nice to actually have Mindfu spawning, because it didn't spawn for Unovator at all.
It's true, it didn't. Not at all.
No. Now, the third biome is the Hypnotic Tundra, which will be focusing from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and then 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. your local time. So the 3rd and the 6th hours. And this is looking fairly mediocre, to be honest, apart from a handful.
I would say that's been generous.
Yeah.
A Lowland Sandshrew, Swinub, Sphealvideel, Piplup, Snova, Munna, Elgem, the Blue Flower Flabebe, though,
nice.
a Bergmite, and this is where some trainers might even encounter the shiny possible Frigibax.
There's a couple of good ones in there, but that is a pretty
2.
poor biome. Yeah. Now, the Fae Swamp is the final habitat. This will be a 1 to 2 p.m. habitat and a 5 to 6 p.m. habitat. And in this one, you can find, oh my God, Clefairy, Tentacool, Marwile, Gulpin, Venipede, Poplio, Marini, Morlul. Pretty indifferent batch there. However, some trainers might encounter following Whitfield, Calm Yourself, Togetic.
Yes.
And the
sold.
orange flower of Flabebe.
Wow.
Well, that's really interesting. So those are the rotating biomes. However, I think as a new part of a global Go Fest, there are day-long Pokemon encounters, which I guess will be Pokemon that just spawn throughout the entire day in addition to these rotating habitats. So on the Saturday...
Which is mine, Milo.
Is it?
You calm yourself. Is that right?
Oh, sorry. I saw N and went for it.
You calm yourself down, Milo.
Sorry, I saw...
Whitfield saw the chance and he thought, I'm going
I saw
for
the
it.
first one and thought I had to.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marky. Carry on.
So if the rotating habitats are a little bit lackluster, this gang of Pokemon are going to be spawning alongside the hourly rotation spawn. So these are going to be around all day. And on Saturday, I don't really know what they offer, but we've got these ones. We've got Chansey, Skarmory that plagued me in Milan, Larvitar, Shieldon, Charmet, Vullaby, do need Vullaby to be fair, and Orangaroo. And if you're lucky, you might get a Goomy. And they can all be shiny.
If you're lucky, you can get a Goomy. And the one I'm actually supposed to read out is on the Sunday. Sword-themed Pokemon will be appearing throughout the day. The following are Galarian Farfetch'd, Cubone, Ralts, Carablast, Pawniard, it's okay to be fair, Dino Passimian, and for some reason... Jangmo that apparently can't be shiny, according to
I did wonder,
this.
that's got to be a mistake. They can't just turn it off for the Sunday.
No. That's a miss thing, so we'll be feeding that back straight away.
This next bit's quite exciting, Ian, because this is actually quite good.
So, Niantic do seem to like to make this a very convoluted event. So, in addition to the biomes, the special day spawns, you're going to get specific incense encounters as well. So, ticket holders will get the following spawns. Actually, they're not that bad.
They're not.
They're probably going to be spawning very rare and very infrequently, but you will be able to get from incense, Torkoal in the Moonless Volcano habitat, Skiddo in the Galvanic Dojo habitat hours, Pachirisu in the Hypnotic Tundra habitat, and Klefki in the Fae Swamp. Now, they can all be shiny, with the exception of the Klefki.
Calostor.
Yeah, next year.
There's no excuse not to.
Slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
Slap it.
I'm not going to steal yours,
Slap
Marky.
it down. Maybe you should do, Milo. But yes, as well, on each day, you're going to get Unowns that are going to be attracted to your incense. Now, these are rare to get shinies on these global events, but I did witness it at the last global event, so it can happen. These are the ones you'll get on Saturday during the event hours. You'll get D, E, H, I, L, and S. And of course, they spell Dehils or shield.
And the ones on the Sunday are going to spell Dwarswa, which is unknown D-O-R-S. And unfortunately, confirmation here, unknown W still cannot be shiny. Like, I want to know, are they going to have an unknown W day or something to debut it? But those are spawning on the Sunday. They obviously spell out sword, and you could spell something else and forget the W if you wanted to.
Well, maybe. Listen, I think they're going to have something lined up for W, aren't they? Surely.
I hope so.
I think the main biggest difference from global to the in-person event is you lose the question mark and the exclamation mark.
Yes.
But they've done that before, so hey, I'm sure we'll have a few of those to trade if anyone's interested in them. Maybe. We have got some bonuses for this global event, and we're going to tag team these ones. So we're going to have between 10 and 6 p.m., 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on each of the event days. We're going to have surprise encounters in Go Snapshot when taking snapshots during the event. You never know who might show up.
They don't tell you how many. It could be 5, it could be 3. We don't know. There's going to be 1 hour learn module duration, so just the 60 minutes.
Party play duration, whatever that is, will be increased from 3 hours to 8 hours. And
hallelujah.
Stay tuned, though, guys and girls, because there's more revelations to come.
More revelations. It actually says revelations.
More revelations. To be fair, though, the party play during these events does give some very good encounters, so I'm hoping they don't fall short on that one. But for ticket-holding trainers, you guys will receive the following bonuses between, of course, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. on the days of the event, local time. An increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. Duh.
Well, I hope so. Special research leading to an encounter with Volcanion.
Hope so.
Well, that's only if you've not done an in-person
event. Otherwise, it will lead to an encounter with Volcanion Candy. There's going to be special research with branching paths for sword or for shield.
Different Pokemon will be attracted to the incense.
Just like it read above.
Yeah, exactly.
Hourly global challenges with exciting rewards on both Saturday and Sunday.
Habitat-themed collection challenges.
And 3 surprise encounters on Go Snapshots per day.
But that's not all, because ticket-holding trainers will also receive the following bonuses and rewards between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. local time on the event days. Well, here we go.
So don't play between 11:59 p.m. and 12 a.m. your local time.
Because you'll miss out on this. But your buddy will gain more hearts for all friendship activities.
Milo will start sweating if you can't play the game for 1 minute.
Yeah.
With 60 seconds, what's going on, man? There's 9 free raid passes per day from spinning your photo discs at gyms.
You can open up to 50. What am I doing here?
Wow.
You can open up to 40 gifts per day.
You'll have 6 special trades per day.
And before I reveal there's more exciting revelations to come, you can get half starters cost for trades.
Fantastic.
I've got to say, I do like the t-shirt design, actually. It's just very different
The
to
GoFest
previous
t-shirt
ones.
design is really good.
It is very snazzy. But you know what is even snazzier than that lovely Crown, Sword and Shield Zacian Zamazenta themed shirt from Pokemon Go?
What?
It will be our Incensed podcast design for the GoFest season this time round. And it is a, honestly, picture-perfect collection of 3 unique IRL city locations for these GoFest events inside of a shield with the sword theme in there as well. It's honestly a beautiful design, and it is available and live now on all of our merch stores. So go and cop it while you can.
Yeah, and this one, it doesn't matter whether you're playing it locally or at one of the live events. As Milo said, this design encompasses wherever you're playing. It's not location specific as previous year's designs have been. So fill your boots. It's a great design.
Yeah.
Apart from Tasmania.
No, but it's true though, isn't it? Because on the design, you've got Osaka, you've got Jersey, you've got New York State, you've got Paris.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the local park you might be doing global in.
I'm sure Francesco will have put Walpole Park in the design somewhere.
Somewhere. That's what Lady Liberty's holding.
Yeah, but yeah, it encompasses everything in one fantastic t-shirt. So yeah, there we go.
We'll all be rocking them in Paris.
In Paris.
And wherever we decide to do global collectively.
Yeah. Actually, on the note of that, I think we've said before, but we will definitely confirm we are all going to Paris GoFest. We'll be there the whole time. Very much looking forward to that one. Ian has already mentioned he's jetting off to New Jersey. So there you go.
Yes, that's going to be an interesting GoFest Jersey this year.
I'll wave at you as you fly over from Heathrow.
I'm going to be taking my GoPro with me as well this year.
Any particular reason?
You know Whitfield, you blithering idiot.
So you're not feeling too unwell to forget. Right. Okay. He knows what he signed up
Just slightly irritable.
Yes. I guess quickly before moving on from the whole GoFest chat, we've already given some thoughts and bits and pieces on it. Is there anything else we want to mention about it? Because, I mean, despite the sort of reduced scale of new content available in the wild spawns and things like that, and it seems to be more of a, as we've said over the last couple of events, it seems to have a raid focus about it. It still looks fun. It still looks very, very like it's going to be a fun, really fun thing to play.
I think you're right. The magic of GoFest, and you can play back any GoFest show for the last 4 years, and I'll have said the same thing, isn't about the spawns. It's not about the Pokemon that are actually at the event. It's about the immersiveness of the event and the in-person GoFest. I'll be honest, even with lackluster spawns, the place, the people, the whole vibe is what makes the event, and the community around you. That is what this whole thing is about. And equally with Global, we always make an event out of it. We always have a good turnout when we do Global together. And that, again, is because of the people that are around us. So I'm not concerned. I think some of the spawns maybe are a little lackluster, but we've said it before. Something that we've been playing since day one and have loads of. There will be newer trainers going to these events, playing these events that need a shiny...
Skarmory.
Yeah.
Totodile.
Or Totodile.
Yeah,
or just something equally as bland.
Vanillite.
Yeah.
But to us, it's bland. To them, that might make their weekend. I mean, I saw Mark's face in Milan, and I'm like, "Are you really buzzing because you got a Skarmory?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Was that the
And I
fourth
was
one? Was it
actively
in?
not tapping on them because I just do not want another bronze Skarmory. But Mark was really happy.
I was, because I think I mentioned it on my vlog, but we don't talk about our own content specifically. But it was the moment, and like I remember when I got my first shiny. Oh, sorry, rephrase that. I remember when I got my last shiny Skarmory. It was in lockdown in an event, sat on my sofa, not being able to leave the house because the world had gone mental. And like that was my last shiny Skarmory, and there was me in Milan, like getting another one. And I was like, it'll never erase the previous memory, but it's a far more joyous memory to have getting it. So I think that's what I love about this game. And I think for me, the soundtrack of hearing people, as Ian said then, I know Milo agrees, is everybody gets something out of it. Everyone's journeys are different. Everybody's getting something out of it. And like just hearing enjoyment, people want to talk to you. It's a lovely environment. Like everything's just there. And I think that's the Go Fest experience. I like, dare I say it, with season pros now at Go Fest. But if you haven't done one and this is the year you think maybe I'm going to do it. All I can say is from our perspective is, barring the London one 2 years ago, if you weren't playing the game then, or you couldn't make it, or you did make it, this is the closest one you're going to get to the UK, certainly where we record the show. Paris, closest
definitely.
one. Best network of travel to get there. You can fly it, you can train it, you can swim it.
And as Mark said before we recorded tonight, it's actually cheaper to fly than go on the Eurostar. Now, we are going on Eurostar, but it's actually cheaper to fly into Paris than it is to actually go on the train.
Exactly. And one thing that has changed a lot since 2018, 2019 is the city experience part of it now. So you can go over there and you can play it for the whole time the event's running. So listen, like these events bring every sort of trainer together, and that's why they're so good. And I probably say that every year, Ian, like we talk about the Go Fest bit. It's it is
absolutely.
magical.
And I want Milo's take on it because Milo is more of the grinder.
Yeah, he likes the grind.
So what's your take on this? Because from somebody that wants to grind every single second of every single day of the event,
what's your targets for it? What do you see in that, Milo?
Well, as I sort of mentioned earlier, there's like not a crazy amount of new content in there, but I feel like in a weird way, this Go Fest is almost like a sort of transitional one before there's a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Well, it's the 10th anniversary next year, so I think next year is going to be something
next year will be huge. There'll be so much bits and pieces.
A No and W shiny, possibly.
Finally.
Yes,
yeah. Eventually gets its release. There's some great new raid bosses in there, and to be fair, yes, it's only 2 new shinies, which is the least we've ever seen from Go Fest season, but they are 2 great shinies. Like Carbink shiny is long overdue and really good, and it will stop plaguing 10-kilometer eggs, thankfully. And who doesn't love FRIGIBAX?
And the mystery 3-star egg.
Yes, hopefully that will be something new. The other thing is, actually, I know we've talked about it before, but Skidoo is getting its sort of global debut. Anybody who didn't do any city safaris.
It's old, but it's new to the majority of people playing this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got ours in 2023 in Barcelona, but there were Sao Paulo and Hong Kong last year that had Skidoo featured. It's really good to see it getting its global debut, and it will come through GoFest, and then it will be interesting to see where they plonk that Pokemon, whether it will be in the spawns or if it be 5K or something like that. There's also something, and it's a good point that you made about Mark and his Skarmory. I feel like it doesn't matter what the shiny is necessarily, but getting a shiny at these events just feels so much more fun and sort of authentic in a way. Because if I got a shiny Skarmory, while just walking about out and about, I probably wouldn't bat an eyelid. But getting a shiny Skarmory near by the Duomo in Milan, it's a bit more of an event, and you do have that community feel and the vibe and all the people and everything that just take it up to 11, really, with any Go Fest. So no matter what you're chasing, there's still plenty of stuff here. And I will say, with the rumors and things of Legend ZA, there are lots of spawns in that GoFest pool that would play very nicely to potential new content introductions.
But that's it, boys. It's GoFest season, which isn't really a season this year, it's a month.
It is. Literally a month. What are they going to do with July and August? Well, Worlds 23, 24, 5. What am I saying? World Championships.
I do think, though, and again, I don't want to sound like that person. I think this is almost, Niantic probably, again, I might be wrong here, kind of going, you don't need to attend all of them. Do you know what I mean? It's kind
Yeah.
of like, it's a bit like the city safaris. It's like, you're going to get the same thing wherever you go. It's the same thing. And I think of the exploring a new place, I think it feels like that about a bit with this. Again, Skidoo is new. If you haven't done a city safari, that's a new Pokemon,
Yeah.
For us, it isn't. But again, when we think a bit more wider in terms of people that have been playing the game since day one, who haven't done a city safari 2 years ago in 23, and obviously if you've got the early bird ticket for Global, you've got access to the research that had a Skidoo encounter, so you might have a Dex entry now. The exciting thing is that that's a new Pokemon and it's a shiny. So, it is technically a new Pokemon for the majority. But again, going to the point I was making, I think these events are all the same, aren't they? They are like copy paste.
Yeah, practically.
Bar one biome.
They're the closest that one of these live events has been to like carbon copy of each other. Very minor differences. One biome difference in each IRL. It's not a lot really when you look at it.
Did you say a carbon copy? Did you say, Ian?
Carbon copy.
Carbon copy.
Do you know what, though? Let's strip it all back. The game's a part of it. Ian and Milo have said similar things, like, hey, we're content creators. We're going to have fun out there. We like to share some of our experiences with our audience. Most of our audiences are linked together, which is lovely. And we will spend time with some of those people out at these events. I think we say this all the time. If you haven't done so before, speak to us. We're easygoing. We're very chilled. We're very fun. We're very
100%.
approachable. Whatever.
I don't look it, but I am.
Exactly. I might look a bit too friendly, and please don't be put off by that. And
Milo, if you want to catch him, you need to trip him over.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think use this as an opportunity because we will be getting people involved. We'll be playing games out there. We'll be having a blast. If you listen to the show, please come and say hi. We'll be talking more about it in the coming weeks leading up to it.
And we'll be recording out there.
Yeah, so exactly. We'll be recording out there. So
And we'll have baguettes.
And we will have baguettes. But
there will definitely be baguettes.
But this will be the first Go Fest that we're all going to attend since London.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's our first one. We're all together for a Go Fest abroad from the UK.
But the question is, will we all be together, or will Milo sort of disavow us again like he did in Milan?
We'll be together for the show. We'll be there for the show.
Bit of recording.
Yeah.
Bit of recording, and then see you later.
Yeah. I think, like you said, we talked about this off camera. We'll all be around various places. You've got a city to explore. It's Paris. I've not been to Paris for 30 years.
I've never been to Paris.
Jeez.
And I loved it when I was out there. So I think a bit like the same.
When were you last there?
30 years ago, I went with my dad when I was 15.
Oh my goodness me! So 95.
Had a great time.
So Milo was just emerging into the world.
Literally my entire lifetime.
And good news.
What?
Trains to the park that were previously cancelled due to maintenance will now be running again.
Yes.
Yes.
There is no train disruptions now, which is honestly fantastic. Well done, whoever had a word with whatever was required in France.
Me and Sue are going to be tracing the same steps from 95 together. I like that. That's going to be good. Yes, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. And again, it's a big city. It's a beautiful part of Europe. And again, the game will be. You can play it wherever you are. So it doesn't get any better than that.
Do you want to know something else? There was an arch in Milan. There's an arch in Paris, and there's an arch in New York.
And there's probably plenty of them in Osaka. So maybe
There probably is. Yeah. So maybe 90. Just
Is that
where
the
there's
theme?
arches nowadays? Yeah.
the Archons. Interesting.
Archon.
It is featured.
Anyway, we digress. You know what we've not done tonight?
What's that, Ian?
We've not had a staple part of the show.
The ending?
The ending, yeah.
Well, no, the getting to know you.
Ooh.
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Now, you're going to have to bear with me tonight because getting to know you isn't the usual getting to know you where it's a question that leads to a poll and then a poll result.
How much medication influenced this?
Probably a little bit. I did tell you offline that this was probably medication influence, but I was thinking about Global Go Fest. Well, that was after thinking about in-person Go Fest. And then I thought global. And then I thought, well, you know what's global? The Universal logo. And then I thought, well, you know what the Universal logo means? Last week, there was some news, quite big news in the UK, that Comcast, in about 2 years ago, bought nearly 500 acres of land near Bedford with the view of building a Universal Studios theme park. And that was last week given the go-ahead by the government. So tonight's Getting to Know You is a bit different. We're just going to have a bit of a chat about what we think to the news that the UK will be getting a world-class, not just theme park, like destination in a Universal Studios park,
Good luck,
hotel,
Bedford.
and entertainment space.
As someone who's worked in Bedford for, I think, 2 or 3 years, I think,
I'm sorry, Mark.
well, I think, the opening of Centre Parks, which was the last biggest thing that opened in that area, caused quite a bit of a stir. And, if anyone who doesn't know what Centre Parks is, it's an overpriced family destination which has got a little bit of glass ceiling above a swimming pool, and the rest of
It's like in a dome, isn't it?
well, that's a bit kindy, and I think there's only probably a very small bit of it which is covered. But yeah, you can stay there and pay for everything on top of what you've actually paid for. So it's a bit like that. But I digress. That was the last exciting thing to have opened up in Bedford. This is obviously a far bigger thing, and like I said, this is phenomenal. It's not just about getting people to Bedford. It's a destination. This is certainly for the whole of the UK, but the gateway for Europe to come over and that. This is phenomenal.
I mean, it's world class. This will rival Disneyland Paris. It will put, in my opinion, the theme parks, if you can actually call them theme parks, that we have in the UK to shame. The likes of Alton Towers, Chestnut World Adventures, Thorpe Park. They are going to have to do a lot of work to catch up with this.
Peppa Pig World in.
I'm not massive on theme parks and that sort of thing, really. So I saw the news and I was a bit like, well, yeah, fantastic, cool, build it up wherever it is. Good luck. I probably won't be visiting.
Milo, you
are such a miserable get.
What?
No, well done. Put it up. Yeah, good luck to you.
Go on, crack on. I hope it's fantastic. It's just not my sort of thing necessarily. That's all. I know Ian is literally frothing at the mouth with excitement.
I love a theme park. I love Universal Studios. Probably more than Disney, to be honest. I've been lucky enough to go to the Orlando ones, the Hollywood ones. Never done Beijing or anything, but this park looks. I mean, you look at the concept art and it looks fairly small, and you actually realise that it's actually going to be huge.
Yeah, massive, isn't it?
And there will still own enough land to build a second park should they want to.
I mean, this is going to be like, this is mental. Like, this is...
I just have the feeling it's going to be exactly like any roadworks in the UK. They've put a timeline of getting it ready by 2031, I think. And I'm like, I'm afraid we've got to push that back a bit. And it'll be 2036 and then 2040 and then something will happen.
We are dealing with construction crews in the UK, but honestly, Epic Universe that they built over in Orlando, that actually is pretty much to the timescale that they said. So
it's not HS2, Milo. It's
not the UK government building it, Milo. It's actually Comcast.
My confidence in the construction, I don't know.
Don't have that confidence yet, but yeah.
It will absolutely dwarf any previous theme park, as you can best call them.
And I think the most important thing is it's like what it's going to do to the economy and that. Like, this is job creation now for the next certainly for the next 6-7 years. And with the license that we've got, we know Universal Studios is fantastic. It's got some massive names. It's got massive films. It's got massive characters, titles that go with it. This is like, I'm talking Disneyland. This is going to have that worldwide attraction and pull people to the UK. And when you start talking about people spending money in our country, this is the sort of thing that does that. HS2, getting a train from London to West London quicker, doesn't. This is proper stuff.
And actually, this is one thing that I wanted to say, and I'm potentially going to offend Milo here, but the fact that this is not in London, and let's be honest,
I think that's a great thing.
That the location they've picked is within about 2 hours of the majority of the country.
Fantastic.
It's easily within the A1,
flying
M1,
to Luton,
M6 corridor.
You're flying to Luton
Airport.
Yeah. Second terminal, second runway been built as well at Luton, building a new runway as well. But I think that's linked to this in the bizarre. I know it's separate news, but I think it is partly linked to the increased amount of passengers that are going to come into it in the next 10 years.
It's definitely going to play into it, certainly. And I mean, again, we're not obviously a theme park podcast, but it does look awesome. And some of the IPs that they're talking about, I will be there on opening weekend, let's put it one way. As long as I'm not dead, in 6 years' time, I'll be there on opening day.
I hope you're not, Ian. I hope you're not.
You never know, do you?
No. Yeah, one thing I can guarantee is Milo will not be there. And, even if he's
Yes.
still alive, but we'll be there. And one thing I can also guarantee you is that Milo will not have an accident on a fun ride.
No, I mean, we
yeah.
know that Milo can't do a bungee jump because his eyes will pop out. He told us that a couple of years ago.
I can't do roller coasters and that sort of thing.
You can't do coasters.
No, it'll make me violently unwell, and it's all that
What
sort
is
of
it with
thing.
millennials and Gen Z? Come on,
Teacups.
roller coasters,
I
man.
do get quite bad motion sickness.
That's fair enough. We'll get you in the
but
teacups, mate. That'll be all right.
Teacups,
The
what, spin me
Sinestes.
around? That would be even better.
The Sinestes.
Spin me full
Projectile.
360. It'll just be a cartwheel of
Teacups, mate, not waltzers.
Oof, there you go.
Teacups.
Yeah, no, there's a few things I can't. As Ian mentions, I can't do bungee jumps. I can't do quite extreme G-force or whatever it is because it can affect me poor retinas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's to do with short-sightedness and that
So
sort
you've
of
not
thing.
enlisted on Elon's plan to go to Mars then?
No, that's definitely not my bag.
Do you know what? Relevant news as we record the podcast. I know we
Imagine
don't.
Milo vlogging on Mars.
Great.
Can I just sort of phrase it? I know we don't talk about current affairs too much in the show, but I thought it was quite funny. Like, so this, as we record the show, within the last few hours, we've had the first all-female crew fly up to space.
Oh, with
and-
Katy Perry.
With Katy Perry on it. And like, seriously, like 11 minutes up, back down. And she's there kissing the ground as she gets off it. And she goes, "There's no place like home." And you look at it and go, come on.
Was it that bad?
It's just that whole. It's just the whole disconnect from, and I know there's a disconnect between a lot of people and different things. And, I was talking about going to an in-person Go Fest might be disconnect for some of our listeners who would love to do that but can't do it. But, like, it's that whole thing of flying up, spending, between them collectively millions of dollars for this to happen. And then, like, it's that dramaticness of, oh, do you know what? There's no place like home. Kissing the earth after 11 minutes of being away from it. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm away from home longer going to Morrison's shopping and coming back home.
Come back.
I
Thank
was
God I got
hobbling
home.
over to the doctors today.
There's no place like home.
So, yeah. But no,
No.
I thought that tickled me today, seeing that in
Click
the,
your heels
the world
together.
news. Yeah.
Well, there definitely is no place like home, but there's also no place like Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
Starting with one of our amazing gold Patreon members. I saw this little cheeky little one pop up on my X timeline earlier this afternoon. And Kerry Young, Dinky Pop's mama, has put, "After what feels like forever, I finally got this little guy. Have wanted him so badly, as do I, Kerry. And maybe GoFest will bring it for me." But yes, at Incense Podcast and hashtag Shinies of the Week, we've got the little shiny koala bear, Kamala.
Oh,
Nice.
love it.
snazzy.
I love it.
GG's.
I've just been scrolling back through the Shinies of the Week channel in our Patreon exclusive Discord, and there's some really good stuff in there, so we're definitely going to come back to it. But Mike Newcombs, I don't know how I didn't see this before. Dude, figured I should post this here for hashtag Shinies of the Week last Friday. Shundo Pornyard Hatch.
Oh,
What on earth?
Newcombs, nice one, man.
That's insane.
that's phenomenal, actually, isn't it?
That's one
That is
spawn ticked off
Awesome.
for GoFest. There you go.
GG's, Mike. Wow. Don't know how we're going to top that, but a shiny I still need, actually. Rogue Trooper. This one is also from the Shinies of the Week section of our Discord. Rogue Trooper said, "Caught the best way. Sat on a very hot, sunny beach. Nice
Lovely.
holiday catch. Wonder if Mark will get something similar to this next week. But it's the Shiny Morlul. You know what? It's 3-star, 11, 13, 14, but I still want one of those. Nice one. GG's.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I've got one for Mark Bailey on Blue Sky, and Mark Bailey's put at incenspodcast.bsky.social. That's flows off the tongue now, doesn't it? Only did 5 raids and 3 shinies. Was a good haul. Last weekend, 1 out of 6 Ordino, 2 Tyrogue and a few randoms between. New shinies for Scraggy and Hariyama, so happy with those. Hashtag shinies of the week. Yeah, did very well. Shiny Hariyama, 2 shiny Scraggies and a partridge in a pear tree. Lovely mix of the fighting event, Mark. But yeah, you did very well there. I can see a couple of little shiny Tyrogues, which I did get mine actually from that event. So well done.
Jumping back into Discord, and I feel like I've got to pick this one up because it's an amazing rare catch. So Lizzie, aka Fluffy Capaldi, has posted, "I'm also finally joining the Shiny Galarian Bird Club. My one along with a sunny, shiny Castform and a Tyrogue hatch event." So yes, managed to pull in the Shiny Galarian Moltres. Big GGs on that. And the lovely sunny Castform was a shiny. So 2 smashing sort of orangey red shinies. Nicely done.
GG's.
Awesome.
And our last one tonight is from LRuss81. Ellen, having an unusually lucky week. And this is from the recent Spring into Spring event. And oh my God, I'm a little bit jealous. You ready for this, boys? Shiny Stakataka,
Nice.
2 shiny Remoraid, shiny
Why are you jealous?
Blacephalon, shiny
Nice.
Baltoy, shiny Jupiter. Oh my God, you win everything.
Jupiter,
GG's.
Mad.
the stupider.
Jupiter the stupider.
That's crazy luck.
Remoraid the hemorrhoid.
Awesome.
That's why Ian's salty. He needs the purple fish.
I still need the purple fish.
Do you know what? I actually forgot I still need that one, so I didn't get everything from that event.
I don't think it's featured in Go Fest, boys.
It's
Sorry.
not. I thought it might be, but it's not.
Maybe it's a surprise, Ian. If you're lucky, it might be in that category.
That's what the 3-star Ray boss will be.
Oh, hemorrhoids.
Oh no.
But boys, we did it. We're at the end of 219.
Wow.
We got there. Well, I certainly got there.
Oh my
although
God.
I am feeling it.
Bless you. Ian.
Thank you very much for listening. That's if you're still tuned in, and we'll be back next week. We'd just like to take the time to thank each and every one of you for actually being here. We do appreciate you listening. We equally appreciate all of you that support the podcast through financial means, and that means anyone that is on our Patreon, we do sincerely thank you. Those of you that are on our bronze tier, we really do value you. Thank you for being here. It does mean a lot. Our silver members, we've recently started shouting out by name, and why change what we've started doing? So, KLXVI, Del Hazard, Spindiana, Laurie Beck, Stephen Norway, CC is Mad, McFloof, Saul Haberfield, Lizzie George, Sander van der Drieser, Neonet, Ellen Rushton, James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie Todd, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, Malcolm Grinter, Geordie Castell, The Hot Weasel, and Shiny IKEA Mom. Thank you very, very much for being on our silver tier. And our
Gold member.
we cannot forget you guys. You are the icing on the cake. You make it so that we can spend time to polish and make this podcast as good as it possibly can be. And our
Gold member.
are JB, Kerry, and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, Mufti, and Twiggy25. Thank you so very much for being our members.
Gold
But
member.
the thank yous are not complete. We do need to thank our admin team of Sue, Hermes Ninja, and Francesco I Am Purist. Thank you for everything you do for the podcast. But that is it. We will see you next week. Don't forget to keep contacting us on our socials, sending us a WhatsApp voice message, and reaching out to us with anything that you want to share with us.
Guys, I've got some good news.
What?
Well, get your calendars marked for this one. Max Monday, get your teams together to take down Sobble, and Spotlight Hour on the Tuesday is Morlull with 2 times Catch Stardust. Oh, that's a big one.
Wow.
Boosted Stardust and 2 times Catch Stardust. That's getting you ready for Go Fest, isn't it?
Juicy. But boys, more good news.
What?
Chicken.
Not a space chicken, but it is a space duck.
Hey.
Cresselia has got its
Hey.
raid hour, first of 2, I think.
is
That's
too,
on the
unfortunately.
Wednesday. Commiserations to everyone.
And on that terrible disappointment, we'll be back next week.
Maybe.
I choose you!